In order to go where we want to go, we have to have energy. The poor baby is ruining your energy. You feel a sense of utter doom, fear for your future, and think you're a leaf at the mercy of the wind, with nothing to do with it. But that's not true. Why? Because it's a lie you're bombarded with from your surroundings, social media, your favorite TV shows. All of this is designed to instill in you the poor baby me syndrome. As long as you think you're a victim of circumstances, you're easy to manipulate. But to become free and strong, you need to cultivate impeccability. Today, we'll explain who or what really controls you, what impeccability is, and how to develop it. To better understand the source of this sense of doom and decline, let's meet two people who came to us for a consultation with the same problem. Let's say their names are Alex and Anna. Alex is a responsible, polite, and self-satisfied 39-year-old man. Anna is a financially independent 45-year-old woman who finds time for her family and career. They both long for strength and peace, yet simultaneously experience feelings of utter doom, despondency, and self-pity. Because of this, Alex and Anna feel as if they've forgotten how to communicate with people sincerely and genuinely, and their interactions with loved ones have become dominated by pity for everyone. They say that they strive to solve all their friends' problems and please everyone, but at the same time, they admit that they have no energy left for themselves, and therefore nothing happens in their lives. Although everything described above seems like a nightmare from which there seems to be no escape, the situation Alex and Anna find themselves in is in fact typical, and it can certainly be resolved by restoring both their strength and vitality. The participants of the Three Sons project have accumulated over 15 years of practical experience studying the profound philosophy and life-affirming knowledge of Castaneda. This experience allows us today to interact with ourselves and the world on both the physical and energetic levels. The feeling of a leaf being tossed to the wind, which Alex and Anna say they experience, is the result of a deeply ingrained sense of self-pity, which is cultivated in modern society and develops into the poor baby me syndrome. It is precisely this sense of self-pity and the poor baby me syndrome that oppresses a person and weakens the energy body. This weakness and resulting energy deficit manifest themselves in life as apathy, loneliness, abandonment, and a feeling of being misunderstood by others. All this means that everyone needs to focus their energy not on resolving a situation where they feel hopeless, but first and foremost to rid themselves of this sense of self-pity in order to regain the energy and strength they originally possessed. This can be achieved by developing the character trait of impeccability. The profound philosophy and knowledge described by Carlos Castaneda tell us that humans possess a dual nature, physical and energetic. To accumulate and manage strength and energy, to live a full and harmonious life, one must find one's integrity and uncover one's duality. In other words, one must learn to consciously interact with both one's physical and energetic bodies. While we understand with varying degrees of success how to control our physical bodies, we know almost nothing about how to develop and strengthen our energetic bodies. The predator exploits this. Carlos Castaneda wrote that a predator is an energetic being that inhabits the world, invisible to the ordinary human eye, and that feeds on human energy. This is the predator's nature. The less we consciously interact with our energetic body, the more the predator absorbs our energy. Therefore, during the consultation, we clearly saw that Alex and Anna were experiencing an energy deficiency, which manifested in their lives as a sense of doom, fatigue, and apathy, as well as physical health problems. Let's take a closer look at how exactly a predator controls the energy body. It implants a special type of thinking into the consciousness, called mundane thinking. For example, this type of thinking shapes character traits in Alex and Anna that compel them to experience destructive emotions and adhere to destructive ideas. Such emotions include resignation, apathy, and indifference. Harmful ideas can include perceiving the world as a battleground for a place in the sun, mistrust of people, and the expectation of betrayal and a stab in the back. Such ideas and emotions are tools the predator uses to make a person's emotional state unstable. Through constant emotional outbursts and mundane thinking, a person feeds the predator with their energy and strength. The energy body becomes weak and we experience a constant loss of strength. Here's a quick test to check the state of your energy body. If you feel unwell, irritable, and weak most of the day and have vague and unclear thoughts and ideas, then your energy body is likely weakened by a predator. If you spend most of the day in a calm state of mind, feeling light, uplifted, and inspired, then your energy body is filled with strength and your eyes likely emanate a beautiful glow and sparkle. One of the two most energy-consuming emotions through which a predator drains energy is self-pity. This feeling is expressed in the poor baby me syndrome. It is because of this syndrome that both Alex and Anna feel a sense of doom, fear of the future, and don't understand how to achieve the life they dreamed of. They lack the strength and energy to change their lives for the better. Through self-pity, a person succumbs to the predator's influence, which shapes distorted character traits and thereby weakens their character. These traits can include a constant desire to complain, dissatisfaction, a tendency to take offense, aggression, and impulsiveness. All of this has a destructive impact on anyone's life. So, what do Alex and Anna need to do first now? They need to start reclaiming their energy by eliminating self-pity, which is the source of destructive thoughts and feelings. Again, this is about restoring their energy levels and healing their energy bodies by acquiring the necessary and strong character traits. The main problem is an energy deficit and a weakened energy body. To rid yourself of self-pity and end this poor baby me syndrome, you need to develop the character trait of impeccability. Impeccability is a level of energy that frees you from and protects you from the poor baby me syndrome and is achieved through 4 skills: acting with full responsibility, acting without selfish interests, acting without complaining about everything around you, and acting to the best of your ability. Let's examine each of these components in more detail. Acting with full responsibility for your life essentially means deeply understanding that no force in this world can harm you without your consent. Only your choices, whether you make them consciously or unconsciously, are what count, and they lead you to where you need to be. Acting with full responsibility for your life means not only accepting all the consequences of your actions, but also accepting and managing the power that comes to fulfill them. For power to appear in your life, you must respond to its eternal call. Responding to power means becoming responsible. Act without selfish interests or bias. If you think this is impossible, that's exactly what the predator wants: to keep you fussing, constantly fighting for your place in the sun, and declaring war on the entire world. Ultimately, each of us must learn to act to strengthen the spirit, not to strengthen our personal history and social identity. The spirit is our higher self, the source of our vital energy, and by nature should govern our soul, the activity of which lies at the core of our personality, as well as our physical body. Acting to strengthen the spirit means being able to choose what is most necessary, most beautiful, most inspiring, and most virtuous of all available options. That which is necessary for the manifestation of your spirit, that which is beautiful and inspires you to manifest your spirit, and that which is virtuous, which strengthens and improves your character, carefully rebuilding your personality and life for the better. Taking action without complaining or griping about everything around you means you're able to focus on the action itself, see everything clearly and soberly, and implement your plans with a heart full of awe and gratitude. When you take action, let nothing remain in the world for a moment except you and your action. Then you'll have nothing to complain about. Focus all your energy and strength on the act of action, not on complaining about what you'd like to fix. Acting to the best of your ability means believing wholeheartedly in what you're doing and sincerely putting forth every effort to make it happen. You were raised to be a poor child, never believing in your own strength or what you're doing. If you were raised to be weak, then you can learn to be strong. You just need to redirect the currents of energy. To do this, believe in yourself, trust in yourself, and trust in the power. Only then take action. Friends, any theory must be supported by practice. Knowledge should be applied in everyday life and contribute to its qualitative improvement. To do this, we created a community on Boosty, which is a workspace that motivates you to improve your life, understand your own essence, and unlock your inner potential. In the community, you will find, among other things, special posts for subscribers, videos with scripts and podcasts published in early access, practices for developing perception and qualitative improvement of life, the opportunity to join the Three Sons private community, where you can communicate personally with the creators of the project and find like-minded people. Friends, support our project and join the Three Sons community on Boosty. Let's now try to answer the question honestly. Will Alex and Anna's situation change if they don't practice impeccability to develop and strengthen their energy bodies? Based on our experience as experts in applied philosophy and systemic human development, we can say that the situation most likely won't change on its own. Unfortunately, the opposite is more likely to occur. The fact is that when a person is overwhelmed by self-pity and the poor baby me syndrome, their character traits become increasingly distorted, causing their energy body to weaken and their energy deficit to worsen. This is why, with age, people tend to become even more rigid, egocentric, and impulsive than they were in their youth. Now, for a moment, imagine the life you've dreamed of, one with a healthy body and a strong character. They will become your faithful companions, helping you find your purpose and a path with heart. You'll be able to realize your dreams, build healthy relationships with family, friends, and colleagues, and experience the material well-being to fulfill your dreams. And all this isn't some fairy tale or fantasy, but your potential reality materializing thanks to your energy and personal power. You can achieve it. To do this, you simply need to begin to rid yourself of self-pity, the poor baby me syndrome, and develop impeccability to strengthen yourself in spirit. After all, life is at its core an unimaginable adventure in a world that is a great mystery and a riddle. You are not born on earth to experience a decline in strength, a sense of doom, and endless problems. You are here to find freedom of spirit, to become a man of knowledge who lives and creates in accordance with the laws of the universe. Only by freeing yourself from the poor baby me syndrome and becoming impeccable will you realize that you now hear the eternal call, which whispers tales of power to you.